What's going on, everybody? Victor here. Today we're after some blacktips off the beach. It is the blacktip migration. We're gonna try to catch them two ways today, on poppers and on baits. Today's video is also sponsored by the Ridge Wallet, but more on them later. We started out our day at a different beach, about 20 miles up north, came down south here, threw the drone up, and I'm gonna show you guys those clips now. This is a really special time of year. It's known as the blacktip migration. Thousands upon thousands of blacktips come down here. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it's to spawn and to feed, but they kind of come around the same area every single year. So many tourists have no idea what's lurking just on the other side of those waves. You guys see those sharks come within 5 feet from the sand sometimes. So I don't really have the long surf rod with me today. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wade out there a little bit into the shark infested waters. Little chunk of jack, got my Mustad circle hook, a little bit of wire, little weight, and then a really heavy mono leader. This helps for us with their skin so it doesn't get too abrased, and also for leadering. So I'm gonna go out there, get a little bit of ways out there. I'm gonna let the bait sit out there. And we weren't ready last time with the camera, but I actually just lost one about 10 minutes ago. Bait was out there for 3 minutes. Should not take long. There's hundreds of them out here, and as it gets darker, they're gonna get more and more active and wanna feed more. So we just got another bait out, waiting on another blacktip bite. But big thank you to The Ridge for sponsoring today's video. So about 2 years ago, a company by the name of The Ridge reached out to me, asked if I wanted to use their wallet, try it out. I said, heck yeah, man. So for 2 years now, this has been my everyday carry. These are just super sleek, minimalist style wallets that make a statement. I mean, have you ever seen a wallet as cool as this? I got a money strap right there, hold all my cards, just the bare necessities. You guys see, Brick and I are always on the go, traveling. I hate carrying a bunch of stuff with me. It is time to ditch the dad wallet. You know that big brick you guys have been carrying around in your pockets? Ditch it. Get with the times. These are the coolest wallets I've ever seen. They come in a bunch of different colors. This one's been my favorite. This is the burnt titanium. Right now, The Ridge is hooking you guys up. You can save 15% off your order. Use my code Landshark or go to ridge.com/landshark. Get yourself the wallet that you deserve. This is going to change the game. Wait, he's coming back, he's coming back, he's coming back, he's coming back. All right, guys. Oh boy, I just hooked one and he dropped it. I don't know if he's gonna come back a third time. Oh, he's back. Let him eat it a little bit. Oh, he charged the beach!
What's happening?
Yep, he was charging the beach the whole time. There he is. Hooked up. These things are so much fun to watch because they are the most acrobatic sharks. They come up even when they're not hooked. A lot of times if you just drive by the beach, you'll see them jumping. I don't know if they're getting parasites off them or what, but they are such a cool little shark. It looks like I got our buddy Chris Lowe on the line. You feel me? All right, am I over you or under you, Ryan? Over?
Under.
This is gonna be our perfect eater size too. Because you know we're doing a catch, clean, cook with this guy. Haven't had shark in about a year and I'm hungry for it. So now he's just trying to use those swells against me. Every time that swell recedes, he's just using his body weight to try to stay in the water. Sharks don't like shallow water when they're under pressure like this. He's decent, he's perfect. We don't want too big of a one to eat.
Oh, it's a nice one.
God.
venom.
Oh my gosh. That was
I think that's a breeding scar. I think they bite onto each other when they breed.
yeah. So this is a male black-tip shark, and as I was telling you earlier, they come down here to breed, to spawn, right? To make other shark babies. The reason I know that with this one is sharks, they're not humans, they're not all cute and cuddly. When they want to mate with another shark, they will literally latch onto each other. You guys see that? This is either a mating scar where another shark will use its jaws to grab onto the other shark, or something try to eat it. Big hammerhead sharks will follow the black-tip shark migration to feed on them. They're opportunistic predators. They know that these sharks school up in the thousands, and there are sharks that will eat sharks this big.
Wait, yeah.
Even a shark this small, he's got so many rows of teeth, he will mess you up. And I'm actually more afraid of this little shark than any other shark on the beach when it comes to handling them. They're super agile, they can bite their own tail. Shark is not like fish. Shark needs to be dispatched right away. So what I'm gonna do is, I got my Dexter serrated knife. I'm going to gut it, get rid of all the guts. I'm gonna get the head out, the blood, anything that could taint the meat. Sharks excrete toxins and really bad smelly stuff through their skin. So the longer you let your shark sit without removing all those innards, it's gonna ruin your meat. It's not gonna be a pleasant smell. But so it is the next day. I was really surprised. I wanted to film this really intense high action video for you guys, and I thought that's what it was gonna be, but we had 2 bites and we stayed till about 8 o'clock at night. You guys saw on the drone, there was hundreds of sharks. It makes you kind of realize as a fisherman, even though the fish are there, a lot of times they're just not eating. Even something like a shark that's as aggressive in nature, not hungry sometimes. I don't know, maybe they were just focusing on getting it on and spawning that day, but only 2 bites. But I just think nature is totally badass. I don't know about you, but I often think, you know, does a fish feel pain? Does a fish, is it cruel to put a hook in a fish or impale it? But I mean, this is the proof in the pudding. I don't think fish and sharks feel pain the same way we do. They literally bite each other to mate. What I did is, you guys notice, this is the core of the fish. So that means the head is off, the tail is off, the fins are off, all the guts, and I removed most of the belly because the belly doesn't have that much meat. And I'm using a serrated knife. Sharks have extremely abrasive skin. The meat is pretty tough, and it's just much easier to fillet with something that's serrated. Once I do get through the skin and kind of the cartilage tough part, I got a sharper blade that's not serrated. This is a 8-inch Dexter Sportfish, which glides much nicer through our shark. You can kind of see this. This is already the cartilage. It looks like meat, but it's not. This is hard stuff. You can hear it, but it doesn't really look like bone. It's a lot softer than bone would be. And there is the shark's backbone right there. Here is your one side of your shark. It's definitely interesting. It's nothing like resting on a fish's spine. It's much softer than a fish's spine when you're dealing with cartilage. So now if you imagine a regular fish's spine, it doesn't have those bone-like protrusions. I mean, this is all really soft. You know, there's nothing there. Now what I like to do when I fillet shark, break it up into sections. So about that big. Break it up into 1/3 for a black tip. Now another thing with shark is it doesn't really have a distinct bloodline right in the middle, kind of all the way from side to side of the fillet. So I do like to be pretty liberal with how much meat I leave on the skin. That is not very good meat anyway. I'll show you guys in a second here. So look at this. This is the stuff that you don't want in your shark steak. Very red, very fibrous. So this is what I mean by the bloodline protruding from side to side. You guys see from one side of the fillet to the other. It's not like a normal fish where the bloodline runs there. It's all the way, so you got to be pretty liberal with how much you take off. Jumping right into it, So the way we're gonna make our black tip, and by the way, just take a look and appreciate how beautiful these look. A lot of you guys at home may have never seen what shark looks like, and it looks damn good. It almost looks like the color of chicken or something. It's got an interesting texture. It's one of my favorite things to eat from the ocean because it's different. It's a meaty type of fish. So I just have them lightly seasoned right here with some garlic powder, salt, pepper, you know, the usual Vic special. So I hydrated some Guajillo chilies, blended them with some ketchup, Worcestershire, soy sauce, cilantro, fresh tomato, brown sugar. I'm making my own barbecue sauce, but I wanted to give it some spice, and Guajillo chilies on their own are very bitter. You gotta add all that stuff and apple cider vinegar. So we just got our, you know, kind of basic barbecue sauce, just spruced up a little bit, and we're doing barbecue black tip, baby. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and massage our barbecue sauce onto all the shark. And one reason I really like shark is because it is meaty and you can put it, you know, directly on the grill. It grates. It doesn't fall apart on you like many other fish will. And it's just interesting and fun. When we were coming home from blacktip fishing, Brooke and I were on the way home, and I said, Brooke, how many people do you think at this moment in time in the state of Florida have a blacktip in their cooler? How many did you say, Brooke? I mean, it's cool being able to do things that you know that the majority of people will never do in their life. And then on top of that, I get to show you guys our adventures, which I think is really neat. You know, a lot of that wild aspect of Florida is being lost. I mean, every day we look up and down the street and there's a new condo, a new this. Florida's changing, man. That wild Florida is not what it used to be. We're cooking on the Camp Chef on the pellet grill tonight. And I got the grill set to 400 degrees. So you guys have been seeing me use the Camp Chef a lot lately. And if you guys want to see the exact one I use, I'll have it linked below for you guys because I know I get asked a lot of questions. It's one of my favorite things to use as a home chef, especially when it comes to seafood and fish. All right, black tip's been on for about 20 minutes. Take a little sneak peek. I was a little disappointed with my black tip because some of the pieces got a little bit dry on me. Like I said, it's definitely a tougher cut of fish no matter how you slice it, no matter how you cook it. So you gotta improvise, right? I got my black tip, put on a cutting board, and I cut it up into a bunch of little pieces, reheated it through with some water and barbecue sauce, and it is a lot more tender now. And you know, a lot of times I get down on myself, but you just gotta improvise and make it through. Same thing with our tortillas. I tried to make tacos and I don't know if I didn't knead my dough enough, but we got flatbreads instead. And flatbreads are delicious. I mean, the difference between a fresh tortilla and flatbread and store-bought, you can't put a comparison to it. And then we got a cucumber salsa right here, apple cider vinegar, sugar, salt, cilantro, red onion. That's been sitting in the fridge for a while. And then I got my fire roasted homemade tomato salsa. Okay, we put our black tip down, some fresh cucumber salsa, caramelized onions, and then some spicy mayo. And all these flavors work very well together. There we go.
The first of many tacos. I love that Victor talks about improvising, but if he didn't say any of that, I would have assumed this is exactly how he wanted to make it. I mean, they turned out perfect.
Laura's eating a lot of strange stuff at this table, including clown knifefish, gar. What else have we eaten? Basically everything out of Lake Ida.
Pretty much.
Well, now she's eating black tip.
Today is one of the first days that I was not scared to come over for dinner. Not that anything I've ever had here is bad, but this is absolutely delicious. And improvising, I don't think was a real thing because, I mean, it turned out amazing.
Awesome.
Got the raccoon eyes for all the fans. I don't think you should have said that you improvised because this is fire. And I think the acid of the cucumber salad ties everything together really perfectly. So I'm gonna eat this and get my face all dirty.
The last time I was here, you had the shark fin soup, and that was really good. I think this honestly tops it because it's got like a little meatiness to it. I like steak, I like red meat, so this is actually believe it or not, it actually tastes like a piece of steak, which is kind of cool. Delicious as always.
Shark might make the best tacos. Victor did a phenomenal job, and these flatbread.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, Victor wasn't
Yeah,
that
flatbread's
excited about his pita, but it turned out really good. It was real doughy, phenomenal.
Amazing. Full of mouth. You know it's good. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. It's actually 2 o'clock on a Sunday night. I'm in the garage because I don't want to wake Brooke up. She's in the other room. I just got done editing this video. And a little disappointed I did not get one on the popper. That is something I have been wanting to do a long time and get on video, but we'll get back out there. Got a lot of trips planned in the next couple months. I want to thank you guys so much for watching once again. And once again, big shout out to The Ridge for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to check out those wallets, I'll have them linked in the description box below. Save 15% off. Use my code LANDSHARK. Till the next one.